Hello everyone. So this is just a casual chit chat session with you all regarding a very serious topic that has played a very dominant role in my life. So the reason I'm planning to sit down and make a video like this and share it with you all is because depression is a very bad phase of life to be in. And I won't lie, I was a patient of depression. I faced major traumatic borderline depression while I was back in school around 2011 or 12. So I was in a very bad, horrific dead end of my life where everything seemed like a closed door. I can't express, or um, I don't know how to put up everything together and how much information I can put up on the internet, because I know the consequences. Once it's gone up there, it's never gonna come down. So there were a lot of people involved with me during these phases of my life, due to which I got into depression. So I can't expose each one of them and their identities and the reason that caused it, because I respect their privacy. They are no more part of my life, and I'm in a better phase today. So the major reason, while I'm doing this video, a sit down video like this, sharing my vulnerable side to the internet, where it's not gonna come down ever once it's down there. So I lost one of my soul sisters and my childhood friend to depression. She committed suicide around 3 years back. So I could not do anything to help her out, because by the time we all knew about the situation she was in, it was too late. Her mind was completely drenched, her senses was there, yet she was all determined that she is gonna take this step. So I'm seeing a lot of posts and stories today in internet surfacing everywhere that depression is more than any other disease you can ever get. Like, it's a mental illness that gets you there to that point of life where everything seems to be a dead end. It's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to feel low, it's okay to feel sad about any situation you are in. Just talk it out. Find a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, family, cousins, sister, brother, random strangers. Strangers heal you a lot better than your loved ones too, because they don't know your story. They're not gonna judge you, certainly, but in the end you can open up your stories. So coming out of the depression, you need to share your story. Somebody needs to sit down and listen to you why you are in this phase right now. Just listen to you, do not judge you. By not judging you, not knowing your past baggage, or not assuming anything about your character, your personality, or the background you're coming from. Depression has various phases of life. Like, first, you start feeling sad, randomly sad. Then you start feeling anxious. Your body gives up, your mind gives up. You lost faith on life. You lose faith on life, you lose faith on every positive aspect towards life. You don't see a bright future, you don't feel like doing anything, you don't feel like having your food, going out, getting ready. Even for the matter of fact, you don't feel like sitting with yourself, being calm and content, and do anything with yourself, not even watch movies, listen to music. You're just not there. You're not in that zone to take anything beyond that wall you have created, and it's a dead end. I'm repeating, it's a dead end. If you're not coming out of that wall or not letting people get in there and help you out, it's the complete dead end to your life. You can lose yourself once and for all. For my story, it was back in 2011 where I faced this major depression phase where I was suffering through every sort of pressure: family, relationships, school, college, education, career, everything. Everything seemed to be like suffocating me to death. I lost faith on life. There were phases and there were few moments in my life where I was convinced to that point that I'm gonna finish my life. There is no future for me. There is nothing better than this phase, and this is the end. I did not have faith on life. I did not have faith on God. I did not have faith on anything. No love, no respect, no healing, nothing. I was completely out of my senses. I did not feel like having my food. I did not feel like going out, talking to my friends. Um my body gave up. I used to sleep continuously throughout the day or sit and cry to bed every single night. And that amount of sadness that was there in my life throughout the day was pretty evident on my face. I lost weight. I lost around 6 to 7 kgs of weight. I'm generally this thin and slim built kind of a person, but then I was this thin. My face got all dried up. I was always crying or sitting alone, not mixing up with people, not going out. I was there in a shell which I have created, that I do not trust people. I don't want to go out. I don't have faith on anything. It was it was a tremendous anxious phase of life. But people who know me did not know that I am going through such phase. I'm going through such a traumatic phase of life. I don't know if this video is up and how many people are gonna react in a negative way who are aware of the fact that I am a very happy go lucky person. I don't be sad, I don't feel sad. I'm always laughing, giggling, smiling, cracking jokes, and making people laugh. But yeah, I had my ups and downs in life, and I have hit the lowest of lows in my life. I had to visit professional help to get me out of that phase. I went for therapies. I had undergone color therapy, sound therapy, light therapy, and my psychiatrist was a god to me. I can use this word because I'll just tell you one story. There was this time I was going through that it's difficult to talk about it, but I am healed today. I won't tell I'm completely healed, but I've been through a lot and I've overcome my situation. So when I visited my doctor for the first time, he was sitting in front of me just the way I'm sitting in front of the camera and talking to you people. He was just sitting in front of me at 1 or 2 arm distance in his chamber, and he told me that go on, I want to listen to your story. And I was like, ask me questions. What sort of story you want to listen from me, or what do you want to know? And he was like, I'm not supposed to ask you any sort of questions. Tell me whatever you feel like. Happy stories, traumatic stories. You want to cry, you want to giggle, you want to laugh, you want to crack jokes, you want to take out your anger. Just go ahead. I'm not going to tell you anything. I just want to listen what you have in store for me, that I can heal you. So the session was for 1 hour, but it extended to 2 long hours. My mom was also there with me, but she was sitting outside the chamber. And I had to tell my parents that this is the thing I'm going through and this is the kind of trauma I'm going through. Everybody was evident. I had a lot of problems in life. I have lots of traumatic experiences surfacing my life by that time. I can't open up to each one, every problem, but I hope you understand. Someday maybe I'll sit down, just another video like this, and tell you each and every trauma of my life. where I'll be a bit more comfortable to share it with the world. But for the time being, so I was sitting there and I just kept on talking and talking. And the doctor was so good. He was very, very patient. He kept on listening to my stories. And after some point of time, I could realize that tears were shedding down my eyes randomly. He did not make me cry. I did not tell any sort of stories that was so traumatic, but then I could not feel the vibe that it was so surreal that somebody's actually sitting in front of me and listening to whatever things I wanted to tell him. And my tears did not stop on the first session. The first session was over. Gradually, second, third, fourth sessions happened. And then one fine day, he told me that I'm not going to give you or prescribe any sort of medications because I was already down with tremendous borderline migraine, and could not take any more pills to calm down my stress. I could not sleep at night. There were endless nights where I used to stay awake throughout the night and waited for the sunrise because I was so scared of the night that again the night is coming, it's dark. I was scared of darkness and to stay alone. The entire night I used to stay awake, watch videos, call my friends or prank calls. So this was basically part of my regular life, and listen to music or just gaze at the sky, stars, and just waited for the clock to strike 5:30. The sunrise will take place and then I'll doze off. So that was not a healthy life. I'm telling you, that was not a healthy lifestyle I used to live. I was very, very lonely that time. My soul was completely drenched out. I did not find a way out of this depression. I have lost myself completely by then. I did not dance, I did not do anything, I did not plan for my future, my career, my education, nothing at all. I was completely blank. So, my doctor one fine day told me that since this is your track record and this is the pattern you're following with me, so why not you mix up with kids and start some kind of classes which makes you happy. By that time, I have just entered my college first year, and I was there in the dance team doing fashion shows, doing my modeling thing and everything else, but I was still unhappy deep down. I was still in the depression phase, and I needed external help to take me out from that phase. So he told me that since you love kids and you've just started events and all, and you are a dancer, and dance is one thing that can make you happy, that can make any people happy, so it provides you immense happiness. So why not you start something where you involve kids and dance at the same time. So I told him that I always had this in my dreams. I always